Welcome to Compensation Plan Training for Park Lane, UK. I'm Tom Judson. I support all our international businesses, and we're excited to talk in our great new business in the UK about our compensation plan, of how you got to start somewhere with us, and this is where I want you to start. I want you to get it and really understand it, because at Park Lane, we are very proud out loud of our compensation plan and all the ways it rewards you. And you start by this: our fashion directors and stylists start at the 30% commission rate. They go up to 32% when they sell 5,000 or more net in their lifetime. That could be 2 weeks or 2 years, but once they hit 5,000, they go up to 32%. And in this amazing Park Lane compensation plan, once you promote to the next level leader, you never lose your status. You never can be demoted. You're always going to be making those personal commission amounts. And that's a big deal about Park Lane. You know these things by looking at our compensation plan brochure. In our brochure, I want to talk about what it states, and I want you to understand how you earn the most possible money. Because as an independent agent, you get kind of a contract on how you earn money. It's kind of a guide. And when you understand that, you can make the most possible amount of money. Don't you all agree you want to do that? Absolutely. So I'm excited that you're here with me to talk about the compensation plan. First, the plan starts at what's called net, retail net sales. It's also called PV, personal volume, in the brochure. And GV is just group volume. It's the total group retail net of sales generated in all your levels that you can receive override on. And it also, now net sales in the compensation plan, promotions, advancements, and pay is all paid on net sales. Net sales is 3 things: all 2x4 orders, any half-price hostess items, or any overage on free credit. A host earns £100 free credit. She chooses £113 of product. That £13 also makes up your net sale. Group volume is just all together the combined group. There's also non-commissionable sales. These are things like the thank you gift, the friendship gift, a monthly customer special, a monthly hostess special. These are items that don't generate commission, but they're non-commissionable, but count for everything else. They count for recognition, rewards, incentive trips, almost everything else. Everything you do counts. Net you're paid on an advance in. Non is the amount you get credit for and everything. Now, where does this, we're paid on net sales, right? How can I figure out easily exactly what I make? And that happens when you generate an order. When you either generate a show order or you generate a cart order, that means an order that comes through your website. You all have one. There will be a PDF like this generated. It's under orders, it'll show. And on that PDF, the total right here lists first all retail. Then it subtracts credits. That means the, 20-pound credit per order, 40-pound credit when you get to 10. Have your first 10. It's so exciting. It subtracts that, and then it gives you an amount called your net sales. And what is that? That's that total retail less credits, and then VAT removed, because you can't be paid commissions on VAT. And so there's an occurrence that kind of happens behind the scenes. We're going to add a line in there to show that amount, that what account for that. And then you have this total net sale amount. This is where it comes from. I'll show you lots of places in your system where it shows it. But you can take that amount right there, multiply it by your commission rate, let's say 40% as an area, and you know that your pay on that is going to be over 260 pounds. It's awesome. And it's really driven by our 2x4 sale. The 2x4 sale, even with the new catalog coming out, this is being recorded in February of 2019. That 2x4 makes everything in that catalog on sale. Everything they can get at half off. Buy 2 items, any 2 items at full price. Usually the lowest retail amount. And then get up to 4, don't have to take 4, but get up to 4 items, any items at any retail, and get them for half off. This is way better than any store will ever do, and it makes everything in that catalog available for sale. It offers great value to go with our great design. Most all this stuff I'm talking about shows up on your dashboard on your website. You all get a website. You should default it under settings to dashboard. And this is your dashboard. On the right-hand column here, it shows where you're at in Rich Rewards Club. every month you earn these, and every month you do, the minute you submit an order to qualify, you can place your order for your free jewelry. We love giving you instant gratification. Here is a net and a non-sale. This shows the total for personally in both net and non. This will show your group if you have one, and that number there in bold at the end, if you're a leader, is your total net and non-group sales for that commission month. We're going to talk about what commission month means in just a minute. But the great thing to know is that net commission is paid. You're paid every week as a stylist or fashion director, and you're paid directly into your account. Now, I have the privilege of working in Europe for Plj. Companies don't do that. Companies pay once a fortnight, once a month on commissions, and they'll hold them generally another 15 days. You turn in orders on Monday, you get paid on Friday the same week in your account, direct deposit. This is one of the really big advantages that Plj offers. Now, you want to know where you can see that? How do we take that order and look at our commission? Here is your website. Thank you, Sheena, for allowing us to use this. There's your website. There are 6 important tabs on the top. This is where all your information is. There's orders. Under tools, you'll see commission detail. If you click on that, this will come up that will show you this week's payout, last week's payout. You can get payout history and detail on your compensation and commissions right in your back office. This comes up Tuesday after we close the week. It's all right there for you. We have an amazing system in our international markets. Now, if you're a leader, you want to know where this stuff resides. And here on your website, under reports, the last tab, the first option is real-time report. When you go to a real-time report, this is a place where you can query your entire business by commission month, by prior commission months, you can set the weeks that you want it. So if you're doing a challenge and you want to do the first 3 weeks of whenever March, you can query by that time in here. It shows personal, it shows group. When you can go your own personal, your group sales, your downline. If you're a leader, this is everybody. Now, you don't make the same amount on everybody in our compensation plan, so it's best to look by groups. But you have access to everything, and it's called the real-time report. It's the one you can queue. You can do specific time requests by commission week, and you'll do that. Now, what is sales volume? All this stuff we're talking about, PV and GV, these are 2 rules in your compensation plan. All sales volume qualifying shows are calculated by business receipt processed in your local franchise on specific Monday commission dates within the calendar month. Okay, this is where I explained to you a commission month. It is not a calendar month, 1 through 30 or 31. In our European business, we cycle and close our businesses on Monday. In all our European markets on Monday at 12 midnight Meridian time. When the week closes, that's when the orders get packed and come, when the commission is processed, when everything happens. And to understand a commission month, all you have to do is count the Mondays. This month of February 2019, we're in 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. The 4 commission months in February. In March, you also have 4 weeks, 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. In April, we'll have 5. We'll be excited because you look 4 or 5 commission months gives you an opportunity to qualify at higher levels, have more qualified recruits, and have more success. That's the first rule to understand, commission month. Second is promotion requirements. This is just for leaders, but those of you who are advancing to leaders, it's called the 50% rule. No more than 50% of any one leader's sales for promotion to move up can come from any one leg. And that means, let's say you're an area leader, you want to promote to division. You need 20,000 in sales in 2 months. Goodbye, okay? And you have 2 branch directors, and one is like superstar, and she sold 15,000, and then you have you and your other branch. No more than 10,000 of that 20,000 qualification can come from one leg. So it just helps us create a great balance. And it's called the 50% rule. Understand those 2 things, commission month, 50% rule. You've got a lot of the compensation plan to understand it. The other thing is that you've got maintenance. Maintenance is required from leaders to receive their override, that is their bonus on their people. and you qualify this month in February to get overrides in March next month. You do this month to get next month, I'll explain why. And maintenance is 500 or more net, 500 pound or more net. It could be at one show, it could be on any number of things, processed within the Monday commission dates within a month. So count the Mondays, those 4 weeks, 500 or more net in a month gets you override next month on your entire team. And that should be your goal every month if you're a leader, to have 500 or more in net volume. And that's it. And it's the Mondays within the commission date. Maintenance is really that easy. And there's actually 2 places that maintenance are involved. Number one is that maintenance I just described that's here on our compensation plan, your personal volume. You get your personal volume on everything. But on your override schedule with great overrides on your people, 500 or more net this month, you get override next month. So do it every month to get those overrides. The second part of our override program is called our parent or recommendation bonus, the parental or recommendation bonus. And what this says is any leader who promotes parallel to you, meaning at the same level or higher. So they could, that hot shot we just gave an example, that branch could qualify as an area and division and senior division and go. You can use 50% of her sales for promotion. But she would then, you'd be the parent and you'd be paid a compensation on that. Can I share with you in most plans? That's where they disappear, not with Park Lane. The other places you can recommend leaders. You may be a stylist. You know a top leader in another company comes with Park Lane and they're a senior division. You could get, provided you make the maintenance, 2% on their entire volume, their entire group volume business by referring someone at a higher level. Now, to be paid that 2%, you need to qualify in the maintenance here. It's in your business brochure that will be posted on the group website. You access this business opportunity brochure in your back office. Simply go to field interface. You can go to downloads. You can go to compensation plan on the side. Either one, go to downloads. You'll see this business opportunity brochure, compensation plan international. Please print out a copy and have a copy for you. The better you understand it, the more money you make in our plan. Now, you can have cart orders come in through your website all the time, and they come in and take advantage of our great 2x4 plan. But at Park Lane, we love shows. We love to demonstrate our product in groups. We love to have groups of people place an order, and we love to reward the person who does that, who's the host. And we use our Hostess Rewards Plan. Hostess Rewards Plan is the most important thing you can have in a company to help support and build your business. And we have a great one. The benefits at the Hostess Plan do not kick in until $300 net sales. So a show, think of that PDF as you look at our order entry training, you can see where you see that. As you think about a show, it must be 300 net without VAT tax to qualify for host rewards. And they automatically come up in your back office in the system. It's amazing what we do to support you. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is about a recruit. And a recruit is someone we sponsor, we share the opportunity with. And everyone is welcome into Park Lane and everyone is treated the same. But you'll hear the term qualified recruit. And a qualified recruit is someone you sponsor who has 1,000 or more net non-sales, meaning everything counts, okay? Both the net sales they're paid on and the non-commissionable sales, 1,000 or more net non, in the 4 commission weeks following their start date. So, okay, 1,000 or more net non total sales in 4 weeks following their start date. And then what is the start date? The start date, we use a term called the trigger, okay? When actually 5 weeks start for a new fashion stylist or fashion director is when their first order comes in. That can be a website order that comes in. That can be an order you place for samples. That can be anything, but the first order, and it's always a Monday. Remember, you can do them at any time, but Monday commission date. The first order that comes in starts the 5 weeks for a new stylist. So somebody has an order of 300 come in, that's week 1, and then they get the next 4 weeks following. So it's a total of 5 weeks to have 1,000 or more net non-sales. Now again, everyone is the same in Park Lane's eyes, but for things like maintenance and the incentive trip you're going to hear about, a qualified recruit is important. Now, where do you see all this? Hey, there's a place for you. In your back office under reports, you'll see detailed report. Second one down. In the detailed report, you'll see everything. Listen, this is everything that occurs in your account, both personally, if you're a leader, group volume, everything's in there. You got to play with it. We're going to tell you where to look for recruits. For new recruits, if you scroll down to the bottom of this report, and it's big, it keeps track of all your sales weekly, everything's in there. You'll see two report tabs in the bottom. First is called recruits. And there in the recruit tab, you'll see anyone you've recruited. You'll see their rank. You'll see who their current manager is. And you'll also see a registration date. That's when they sign up in the system. That means nothing. Start date. Here you'll see the start date. And that's the date when the first order comes in. After that first order comes in, they go down then to the very bottom. It's called the recruit downline report. And what this shows is that person, it shows, oh, there's the sales. And it shows what the total is for the 5 weeks, so it keeps a running total. And it shows the start MCD, monthly commission period. So it's all in there with their start date. You keep track of all your new people. And again, all are the same to Park Lane. It's those qualified recruits that we love that count for incentive trip and for maintenance. There are many things within your compensation plan. We love questions, but we appreciate you taking time to watch compensation plan training.